Hello, friends. This is Dr. Vijay, and welcome back to Health and Wellness Podcast. And the topic for today is on CT chest for COVID screening. Like all other branches, Corona has brought a lot of changes in all the branches, including radiology, a branch which started as an adjunct to medical clinical diagnosis, particularly in orthopedics, which has now reached to be an effective tool in aiding diagnosis or sometimes even confirming one among the many probable diagnoses which the doctor will have in mind. It is one field in medicine which has evolved leaps and bounds and is continuously evolving. As long as the technology evolves, this field will evolve too. Having said this, there is nothing that can surpass a good clinical history and examination, as diagnosis would be better if clinical correlation exists. And this we routinely see on almost all the reports reported by radiologists. And being an oncologist, CT screening, particularly for chest, was mostly utilized for lung cancers till now, that too in low dose varieties, particularly if the patient has history of smoking but no symptoms, but still if he is at higher risk. And presently in these COVID times, CT screening of chest has emerged as an effective alternative to RT-PCR, though not totally, but particularly when the testing capacity is not up to the mark.
So let's have a discussion on CT screening of chest for COVID with young, super talented, and hardworking consultant radiologist Dr. Lalit Balla from Hyderabad. Hi, Dr. Lalit, how are you doing?
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Vijay. Thanks for your brief introduction and thanks for inviting me to the podcast. Yeah, I'm doing fine.
Thank.
Hope you are also doing well in these tough times over there.
Yes, Lalit,
Yeah.
I am also doing good. Thank you so much for coming on our podcast. And as you have listened to the introduction, I was giving a brief introduction about the screening CT. So to keep our discussion going, can you tell us what is exactly a screening CT and how is it beneficial for COVID?
So, first we'll start with the basics. As everyone knows, CT machine uses X rays to create images of the body. It hardly takes less than 30 seconds to acquire those images. So, on doing CT chest for COVID suspect patients, we can actually triage the patients into no COVID, suspicious for COVID, and typical for COVID. And not only triaging, we can also give severity scoring for the patients. And like it is also useful to assess treatment response, just like in oncology, whether the patient is responding to treatment or not. We can actually say whether the patient is improving or worsening. So, CT is useful in many ways for COVID patients. Like,
Right. So apart from screening, CT is also used for like triage purpose and also to assess the treatment also. Right, right.
yeah.
So Lalit, I do want to know like when you have seen pre-COVID situations and COVID situations, what is the percentage change in increase in CT scans, particularly for thorax?
Okay. Yeah, there's a recent increase in chest CTs. Yeah, I can say by around some 6 to 8 times more than the usual pre-COVID time. And I feel that there are many reasons for such an increase. One is anyway we are doing for all the symptomatic cases, and we are also doing for people who come in contact with those symptomatic cases. So, so there are many CTs being done in these times, and few people also get screened out of apprehension. And because we
Right.
are lacking in number of RT-PCR tests, most doctors feel CT as an effective alternative. And even doctors, when they are exposed to positive patients, they are also getting screened.
Right, right.
Yes.
That's a pretty high number, and all the reason which you have given, I think they are all valid reasons, particularly in Hyderabad because it's very low in testing actually by RT-PCR. So
Yes.
when you are doing this CT screening, so how many actually are you finding that they are classic or suspicious? And if you're correlating them along with symptomatic and asymptomatic, like can you throw a light on whether a symptomatic patient is always presenting with the classic features on CT scan?
Yeah, actually, most of the chest CTs are done on symptomatic case only.
Right.
Asymptomatic cases account for only just less than 10%. So most of the symptomatic cases, they show typical features. Only very few cases, some 10 to 20%, they show only suspicious features. They require RT-PCR for confirmation because these changes, they overlap with other viral pneumonias. So they definitely need RT-PCR for confirmation. If the changes are very typical, then there is actually no need for RT-PCR test.
Right, right, right. So, so in this case, what do you feel is the sensitivity of a screening CT scan?
Okay. Coming to sensitivity, like as per my experience in this past 2 months, CT has some sensitivity of around 90% in symptomatic cases at least. So
Okay.
if you are going to take CT some 3 to 5 days after the onset of symptoms, sensitivity will be high. Yeah, if you take it like in asymptomatic cases or even before or in the first 2 days of onset of symptoms, then the sensitivity will be very low. So the
Right.
ideal time will be like 3 to 5 days after the onset of symptoms. Then the sensitivity
Okay.
will be as high as some 95%. Yeah, and if you compare this with the sensitivity of RT-PCR, which is only 70%, yeah, I feel CT is better screening modality than RT-PCR. So,
Right, right.
and it also can be used as like primary screening modality for all COVID suspect patients, especially in areas where there is uh, very much shortage of kits, like in Hyderabad.
Right,
But
right, right.
you can't test, you can't keep on testing all the patients for chest CT because there is also an additional radiation exposure, and you should all take into account all
Cost,
this. Yes.
right, cost benefit analysis also. Right, right,
Yeah.
right. So the reason which you have told, particularly in Hyderabad or in places where the testing is very low with RT-PCR, yes, CT scan can be used. But also, I do think the false negativity of RT-PCR is that there is a lot of human error also which might be going on while taking the sample, or maybe a number of reasons, particularly the way how you have told. Maybe they
Yeah,
might be
that would be
presenting.
anyways there, but
Right, right.
the human
True.
errors can be avoided in this chest CT.
CT scan. Right, right, right. So, Lalit, so when we are talking about all the while we were talking about patients who have symptoms and turning positive on a CT scan. But did you
Okay.
ever come across person who does not have a specific symptom but still a positive CT scan of chest?
Yeah, few people they just routinely get screened and they turn out to be positive on chest CT. And few other patients they come for some other complaints like vomiting and diarrhea. They come for just getting ultrasound abdomen or CT abdomen. And if they get
Right.
CT abdomen, we incidentally pick up the ground glass nodules in the basal segments of lungs, which are
Okay.
suspicious for COVID. So
Okay.
recently there are many studies on this. Like there are many genetic mutations on coronavirus. So and it is also affecting gastrointestinal tract and causing symptoms like severe diarrhea and vomiting. Hmm.
Right, right. As you have rightly mentioned, vomitings and gastrointestinal symptoms, actually, to be more specific, diarrhea has been added in the symptoms list by ICMR. So, when we have come to this part, so then what do you say actually? Do you suggest RT-PCR for confirmation if at all a patient can get tested, even though a CT scan is available?
Oh, you are asking even though if it is positive on CT?
Right, in a way, like almost same. Like if he's positive on CT scan, still you want to go ahead with an RT-PCR for confirmation?
Yes, RT-PCR, however, it is gold standard and it should be used for confirmation because there is anyway some overlap of chest CT findings in COVID with other viral pneumonias like influenza and parainfluenza viruses. So RT-PCR should be used for confirmation. But as the pandemic is going on, and if the patient is symptomatic, and if on chest CT there are typical changes of COVID, I feel there is no need to go for RT-PCR for confirmation. If
Right.
findings are just suspicious for COVID, then they can go for RT-PCR. So RT-PCR test should be limited to those suspicious COVID changes only, rather than typical COVID changes on CT. Both should
So
not
and
be some separate entity. Yeah, both should be complementary to each other while
right,
diagnosing.
right.
Yeah.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. So I do also feel that there should be a diagnostic criteria which has to be set rather than just depending only either on the clinical findings or only on RT-PCR or only on CT findings. So I think there should be a diagnostic criteria out of which when we can actually grade the people or maybe even consider a diagnosis out of it. What do you say about that?
Yeah, rightly said, Dr. Vijay. Yeah. There should be clinical, radiological, and yeah,
Micro.
nasopharyngeal swab. All three should be combined, and then we should come into diagnosis.
Right, right. So I think we have come a long way, and but still there is a major battle ahead of us, and we have achieved success to a very large extent. I feel so, and in the end, I think once we cross all these things, we may feel that what a journey we have traveled through while we were in 2020. What do you say about it, Lalit?
Yeah, whether we are successful or not, it's we are going to know in the future actually. So
Right.
the right now, I feel we are in a comfortable zone,
Hmm.
and right now the message which I want to convey is, if you are having any of the symptoms like cough, fever, and breathlessness, just you should not rely only on RT-PCR test. You should also get a
True.
chest CT done to confirm your negative swab test, so that
Right.
you will limit the spread of disease, and you yourself would know that you have the disease, and you would take care of yourself. So
True.
even if your RT-PCR test is negative, you should definitely get a CT test done. So that is what I
Particularly
want.
if you have symptoms. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Right. True, true. That's a very well made point actually. So when the patient is symptomatic and if the RT-PCR is negative, it's better to go ahead with a CT scan of just have a idea of what is actually going on. Right,
Yes.
right, right. And also I want to add one more point that the stigma part of the disease also should be removed from the public. Yeah, that's actually a major concern as of now because people are not getting treated only because of the stigma, not even getting investigated also at few places. So, anyways, Lalit, thank you so much for joining and sharing your experiences and knowledge which you have gained in this past 3 months. Stay home, stay safe. Of course, I should not say stay home for you, but at least
Yeah.
stay safe and continue your services.
Yeah. Thanks, Dr. Vijay. You too take care of yourself.
Thank you so much. So, that's all, my friends. That's all for this week. Next week, again, we'll meet with a great topic with a great discussion. Till then, bye bye. Stay home and stay safe.